Hi folks, I've got a pretty cool thing to show you today. So what this is a modern text and style editor running in a browser. Um, so I just ran what I call the style check. So the idea here is you throw in your document. In this case, it's an article I wrote with a few folks. It's a LaTeX article. I have a very complex set of stylistic guidelines that I set. This one is one called literary nonfiction. So instead of just checking your spelling or even basic grammar things, it has thousands of words of rules on what I consider good writing. So for example, here this particular sentence goes, in the primary RCT, we recruited 26 early stage startups from world leading science based entrepreneurship program with 20 billion in equity from the first 10 cohorts of startups. So I look at this and I'm like, oh crap, startups. I said it twice in the same sentence. But you can see here my editor noted this difference, and I can just accept the fix. And we've got 137 other ones like this that I can just run through really quickly. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Oh man, let me go back. I made a mistake. Okay, let's check this again. And we can just accept everything really, really quickly. We can also do a straight grammar check that's going to be much nicer, especially if you do stuff like write LaTeX, where you've got things like this italicization, or this percentage mark with the backslash. It's super annoying to use your traditional grammar and spell checkers, but because this has a pretty complex LLM in the background, it works quite well. I mentioned that you can set your own style, so I've got a few I built in here. You can use this basically for free. It's using so little API calls that you're not even going to hit the limit for the LLMs behind this. All you need is the Gemini API key. If you want to do slightly better on certain tasks, you can of course use a better model. So let me show you a few things. I'm just going to go here to the end. We're just going to reject all of these suggestions, because we can even do a few things that are cooler. So let's say this open question. If I just select this text, a little simplify button pops up, and I can ask it to try to generate a simplification for me, and it's going to suggest a series of simplifications of the text. You can even throw in a whole page of text if you want. It even has a beta version of a proof checker where it's going to try to go through the mathematics of your proof, in this case using Gemini 2.5 Pro. This usually just takes a few seconds. We'll let it cook. If you want to play with this on your own, it's available on my website or on my GitHub. You can just run it on the website, or you can download it in case you want to add your own style sheets later on. All right, we're going to let this guy cook. There you are. So here's suggestions to try to simplify it a little bit. Even more simple, even more simple. And this is smart enough to know not to replace technical language, for example, or technical terms. It's just an order of magnitude different from using Microsoft Word or Google Docs to edit your documents. Hopefully you find this useful. If you make any improvements to it, of course, let me know. See you later.